Hello everybody, this is Artisan Loom here with an original design of mine that I made 51 weeks ago. It's called Winter Wonderland. And here is the bracelet. I did it in blues and glitter whites and pearl, I guess silk white for the border. And I used this big huge charm in the center. I'm going to do this in a little bit different colors with a different snowflake charm that is smaller. So my snowflake charm will be a little bit smaller than that one, and it's going to be all white, like a creamy white. And I'm just going to choose to do a different color, even though I think of Winter Wonderland as being like blues and whites. I'm going to do it in, I believe I'm going to use my white pearl LE. I'm going to do it in my new bands that I got as a rainbow loom artist. We got to try out these new 600 count silicone packs. And this is the, oh gosh, I'm going to say glitter pink, but I know that it's a different name. I think it's kunzite, but I'm not 100%. But anyhow, that's the 600 count bands that are not released yet, but will be soon. And then I'm going to use my gray sweets. So those are the 3 colors that I'm going, oh no, 4 colors. Oh my goodness. The burgundy sweets as well. There's not really a really good red, a true deep red color. I really wish Rainbow Loom would come out with, because that's where we're lacking, to be honest with you, is a nice, real deep, pretty red. Okay, so this is the pin bar setup. It's 4 pin bars wide. Let me turn it around, sorry. Just like this. The first and last pin are on the same height. And then you go up one on both sides in the center, and they're both on the same height. And it's 2 full loom lengths long. So just because it's Winter Wonderland, it doesn't have to be blues and whites, or, you know, you can use any color that you want. So I'm going to go off camera, get my colors all situated, and I'm going to bead my border every other, well, I'm going to alternate a 6/0 seed bead in the, like a glass color, and then I'm also going to use a 6/0 red seed bead, and I'm going to alternate those. So I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get back. So pick out your colors and meet me back here. Okay, so what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to go put 1 across, and we're going to go up and up, just like that. Okay, and now at this point I'm going to use my beaded bands, and I'm going to use the clear, I'll say the glass one, and we're going to go in, and I'm going to take my red one. This one's pretty tight. I think I'm going to switch this bead out. It's pretty tight bead. Okay, so I'm going to take this red bead, and I'm going to put it going out to the border. Okay, then I'm going to take a plain band and go up. Okay, clear band, you're going to go in towards the center. And I'm going to take a red seed bead band and go from the center back to the border. And then I'm going to go up 1. And that's going to be the pattern going all the way down. You're going to go in like to the side V, go up with the plain, beaded V, plain, beaded V, plain. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to get some more bands. And I'm going to do the beaded glass band. And then I'm going to use a red one. Gosh, I'm having a hard time grasping these. and then a plain band up. And then you're going to do the same thing. And then a plain band up. So do that all the way to the end of the loom. So now that I'm finished, this is where you're going to stop. You'll do your last V here, and then come straight over to the center, sew one from the top, okay? And you do the same thing over here and leave this one free. Okay, so on this one where we have the white, what do you call it, glitter white that they no longer sell? The glitter white right here is the next color we're going to be using, and I'm going to use my glitter pink. Actually, it's not glitter pink, it's the new silicone 600 count bands. I think it's called Kunzite. And they aren't available just yet, but will be soon. I love them because, well, even though they look thin, they're very substantial. They don't stretch too terribly much, but they also don't twist. And what you want to do is use good quality stretchy bands for this design. I'm hoping these are gonna work, because I have to stretch them over 3 pegs. So I'm kind of nervous about it, but we're going to give it a shot. First, you're going to start off doing a triangle, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a long triangle. We're going to go like that. And then a regular triangle. Okay? And then one of these long triangles. Regular triangle. Long triangle. You're going to do that all the way down the loom. Okay? We'll do it on this side as well. Do a regular triangle. Mirror image will be that long triangle. And the longer one. Regular triangle. And then the long triangle. So that's what we're going to do the entire way down the loom. Now that I've got these all done, this is what we have. We have this triangle. Now what we need to do is just do a regular triangle, and since we don't have enough room to do the long triangle, we're just going to do another one of these triangles. And I did the same thing on this side, this, and then 2 here. Okay, so now I'm going to use my gray sweets. Just trying to grab some in my hand. Okay, so now this can be a little confusing. Okay, you see right here on this side and right here where we went up one and then we went in one and then we went up and then went in with our border. So this part of the border that's actually on the border on both sides, okay, what we want to do is we want to make one of those crazy triangles again, but we start right here on the bottom part of that that pin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out like this, I believe it's how we're going to do it. Let me make for certain. Okay, yep, just like that. Okay, and we'll do the next one, starts here, so we'll start on this peg here, up and over. It starts right here, so we start here, just like that, all the way down the loom on both sides. So in this part, we'll start here. Okay, hold on. Go in like that, so that's a mirror image. Just like that the entire way down the loom. So just on these areas right here where this band is, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to go into my burgundy sweets and I'm going to do a short stretch. Now this one's going to be a little weird, so you got to pay attention to the pattern. Use good quality stretchy bands for this part. So you're going to do, when I say short stretch, that's what I mean, a diagonal short. And then you're going to do a long stretch. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to do a short stretch from here to connect with there. Okay? So basically, anytime you're doing a long stretch, you're going to connect a short stretch to it. Okay? So after you do that, then we're going to do, starting right here, we'll do a long stretch. Okay? And then since we did a long stretch, we need to do a short stretch that connects with it. So we'll do a short stretch. Okay? Right here, we'll do a long stretch, short stretch. Drop down here and do a long stretch and a short stretch. Okay? Now right here, long stretch, short stretch, drop down to here and do the long stretch, short stretch. Okay? And then you drop one down to here and you're going to do the long. Okay? So do that pattern the entire way down the loom, the top, and you do your long stretch, short stretch, and then your long stretch. Now you got to bring a short stretch going that way. And then what we'll end up doing is we'll go from here and finish your X up. Okay? Since we couldn't do the long stretch, we'll just do a short stretch just to finish it up. Okay. Now I do believe that's probably all that we have. Yep, that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it around. We will be needing some, what do you call it, triple cap bands, but I'm going to put them on as I go because I'm not 100% sure just yet. Okay, so what we're going to need, okay, actually, you know what, this band, this is what we're going to end up doing. We don't need to put this band on. The very last one we put on, that's how it's going to end, the long stretch and then the short stretch, okay? So, we'll come here and we'll put a triple cap band right here. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing is instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it up one, okay? So we're going to go in through the cap band, grab this, and instead of doing this, we're going to do this for this first one, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in, let's see here, we need a cap band right here on this peg, because what we're going to do is we're going to grab this long stretch right here and we're going to bring it downward. So we got to go in through all of this, grab the band, that's the long stretch, and bring it down, okay? And then we're going to come over here and grab this band and bring it up, okay? And then what we're going to do is these long stretches are always going to get looped downward. The short stretches are always going to be forward, okay? So since the next step we have, this band is on top, this long stretch, we need to put a cap band here, okay? And then we're going to go in and grab that band and we're going to bring it downward, okay? So this is the next band, so we'll just go into here and just go upward, okay? I guess that's right. I don't know why it doesn't seem right, but Okay, so we need a cap band here because that's going to go downward. So put a cap band here, triple. Then we're going to go in through the cap band and bring this long stretch back to itself. Anything with a long stretch is going to go downward. So now we have this band, which is going to be right here, and we're going to go up. Why do I feel like something's missing here? Nope, it's not. Sorry. It just looks wrong. Okay, so after we do that, now we're going to bring this long stretch back to itself. So we will need a triple cap band here. And we'll bring this one down. Okay, the short band will just get looped back to itself. Okay, now we have this long band. It's going to need a cap band on it. And it's going to get looped downward. Then this one back to itself. Okay? So I think you probably can understand now anything with a long stretch, which is going to be this one, is always going to get looped downward. Okay? And now we have this band, the short band here, will just get looped back to itself like that. Now we have this long band, so we'll need a cap band right here. So, triple cap band, go in and bring it downward. Okay, this short band here will just get looped back to itself. So now we have a long stretch here, and we will need a cap band here because it goes back to itself. So that's how we're going to do it. So if you want to go off camera and let you finish this all up, and if you have any questions, you can just rewind it, which I've repeated it several times. So I think you'll be okay. All right, so I'm going to go off camera and let you finish that up. Okay. So remember these gray triangles that we laid right here? All we're going to do is go in and loop them back to themselves. Pull out, give it a little stretch, and back to itself. Make sure you push your bands down as you go too, because you'll have more on top. Okay, you'll do that going all the way up the loom. What we're going to need is we're going to need a cap band right there. Okay, and then we're going to go in through the cap band and just bring it back to itself. Okay, go in, do the same thing. Does that seem right? We'll go in, grab this one, back to itself. I don't know what's throwing me off, but that's how you do it. So bring these gray bands back to themselves, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now that we did these gray ones, now we're back to doing these odd, well, these two on both of these pegs are regular triangles. So I'm going to need a cap band right here. Okay. And I'm just going to bring it back to itself. Just like that. Okay? Do the same thing with this one. Go in, grab it, bring it back to itself. Okay? For these two, it's going to be back to itself. Now we've got this triangle going on this way, and then a regular triangle, and then a triangle going this way. Okay? We're always going to go in through here, grab that, and bring it back to itself. Okay, now we have a regular triangle, so go in and grab that and do the regular triangle. Now we have the long triangle here, so we'll go in, grab that, give it a little stretch, stretch it up, regular triangle here, long, whoops, see, that's what I was meaning. I'm not sure that these bands are the right bands to use for this design because they want to snap, but I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to go off camera and fix that band that goes right there in just a moment. I'll just leave it there so it keeps my place. And I'll go ahead and start over here. I'm going to go in through here. And bring it back to itself twice. The same. Okay, and now we've got a triangle going that way. So we're going to go in. We're going to grab this and have it go back to itself. Then this one is just a regular. Then this one will be the long one. So when you pull it out, you give it a good stretch so that it doesn't bust. I don't think I stretched it good enough on the other side, and that's why it broke on me. Okay. I'm going to go in and grab this one, give it a little bit of a stretch, and back to itself. Okay, so I'm going to go back on off camera, finish that part up, and then we've got our border to do. But I got to fix this band, so I'll be right now that we have all that done. Now we're ready to do, oops, and I forgot my cap band here. Okay, so I forgot my cap band. No big deal. I'm just gonna do like this since I messed it up. Lift that up and put one under. Go up under here. Grab this one and bring it up and over. No big deal. May not look the greatest right here, but that's actually what I could do is, let me take it off real quick. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to put it on this peg. I'm going to double it up on this peg. See if this works like a double cap band. And then I'm going to hold this with my finger. I'm going to put it, I'll put this back on. You could do either or. You could double it or you don't have to. Okay. And then I'll take this one off and hold it. And I'll get the other side of this double cap band. And then just put it on. Oops, sorry, I'm off camera. Just like so. And then I'll add this one back. No big deal. So, sorry about that. That was supposed to have a cap band there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go in through all the cap bands and bring it out to the left. Bring this one out to the right, and then just follow the pattern, which is going to go in like a sideward V, and then straight up, sideward V, straight up, sideward V. And you're going to do that all the way up to the top of the loom. So right here is where we go inward. Then we're going to go in here and bring it towards the border. And then this one goes straight up. So in, out, and then straight up. Okay? In, out, straight up. Okay? Same with over here. You're going to go, hold on a minute. Whoa. Put that back on. I'm trying to figure out what I got going on there. I don't guess it matters. Okay. Inward, outward. This is a tight squeeze here. I gotta grab the right, I keep grabbing the wrong one. Oh. Try this one more time. And the one that goes straight up and down. Okay? Inward, outward, straight up and down, inward, outward, straight up and down. So do that, follow the border all the way to the end of the loom and meet me at the top with the C-clip. So now we've made it to the top. Got this band going across that we need to go in. Grab it, hold on to it, put them both on the hook. Take your C-clip and put them, hook both of them up like that. Now I'm going to take the C-clip off because I don't have another hook handy. Then you can look on the side and see if it's all been cut to make sure it stays together. Not that it matters because it's too late for that. But now we're ready to take it off the loom. So we're just going to release the tension. I'm going to do it very carefully because I use these not so stretchy bands, the silicones. They're pretty stretchy, but for whatever reason I once again made my older designs in very tight, and so it just makes everything a little more difficult. Okay, and then you're just going to take it off of the center ones. So I'm going to go off camera and take this off the loom, and hopefully my color choice is better this go round, and I will meet you back here. Take it off the loom, and that's what we're looking at. A lot of bands to fix. I like the fact that this pink, I recommend, because I did one in greens and it just looked terrible. Greens, golds, and silvers. I like to have this color to be like a light shade of whatever color you're using in the center, or a more muted color. It just looks better. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to stretch it. See all them holes? You could probably weave all kinds of good stuff up in there. But I like to stretch it out first and then go this way. And that's what we have. So it's a full wrap. Okay, so I'm going to go through and fix all my bands, fix all my beads. I want my beads to go into the center of the band, so I'm going to slide it using my finger, holding the band with my fingernail. I'm holding the bead with my fingernail, but holding the band with my finger or my thumb, because I don't want to slice the bands. I've done that multiple times and it's no fun. You really should just use your fingers all the way around, but mine is tucked in there. I'm going to grab that one. Some of these are tighter seed beads, so I need to be a little more careful, but I'm going to bring all my beads to where they're out on those sides instead of tucked in like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Fix all the bands to have all the glitter part showing and not the twisted part. Just grab it and twist it towards it, and it untwists it. So I'm going to go through and fix all my bands, get whatever color I'm wanting to lay on top, and untwist my others, and then I will show you when I post it what it will look like. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it and hope you decide to make one. If you do, if you could tag and hashtag me in your renditions, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, until next time, take care now. Bye.